soul. So this is a special healing message that is coming through for this Capricorn full moon. I used to do like a healthy, thriving Thursday read, and I wasn't really in alignment with the messages that were coming through. I felt very forced. But today, woken up at like 2 o'clock in the morning with just this desire to share some healing and some messages that are coming through for the collective. This Capricorn full moon has been very intense, and if you have heavy Capricorn or Cancerian or even Aquarius placements in your chart, it's probably been even more so for you, right? I'm a Cancer rising and Aquarius moon, so I was feeling these energies way before the full moon was at its peak yesterday, um, and it's just been really intense. And we've been releasing a lot, clearing a lot of karma, clearing a lot of ancestral paradigms, clearing our lineages, right? Just like clearing, healing, clearing, healing, clearing, healing, and it can feel exhausting. It can feel endless, right? So there's been a lot of changes in our physical environments. For some of us, that's with our health, with our actual, like where we're living, where you're working. Triggers are coming up to release these karmic patterns once and for all, right? To see if like the work that you've done, are you actually going to step into it, right? Have you actually healed from this trauma? Have you actually started seeing things from a different perspective, or are those just the words that you're speaking because you want to look like you're on a journey to healing, but when the things are actually coming up and confronting you, how you respond is going to show where you're at, right? How you respond to these triggers, to karmic patterns, to narcissistic toxic behavior is going to show where you're at on your spiritual journey, right? And there's no right or wrong thing, right? It's just a matter of perspective, and sometimes we just got to grow and evolve and take a look at things at a different way, right? Again, it's about shifting your perspective on a lot of things, realizing that life is happening for us and not to us, right? Big, big, big information there. So I'm going to draw some cards from the healing mantra to see some of the things that we're dealing with right now that we can use a little help with clearing. And then I'm also going to draw from the Psychic Tarot, which I haven't done in a long time. Oh, I love that bottom of the deck. Which I haven't done for a long time, but this deck has some chakras in it, and I just felt like I didn't feel like I was drawn to use it because there was messages in there for all of you. So I'm going to start with, all right, I guess I'm going to start with this and then do the healing mantra. So thank you, angels. Thank you, guys, for being here with the collective. What do we need to know? How can we use this beautiful Capricorn full moon to heal and to grow and to evolve? What messages of healing? What information do you have for us to serve the highest and greatest good of all? Thank you, angels. Thank you, guys. See what's coming up. Okay. Beautiful. First card out is Hope, number 17. Right? Beautiful open arms, open hands, right? So for some of you, this is your hand chakras are going to be activated and you have a lot of healing power there. But this is just a reminder to have hope and to have faith, right? To be somewhat optimistic, to know that, again, life is happening for us and not to us, right? These things that are clearing out of your system, clearing out of your life are no longer serving you, right? They're not serving your highest and greatest good. They're not putting you on your highest and greatest timeline. For many of us, being thrown has taken us off of our timelines, right? That serve the highest and greatest good. So we've had to recalibrate, reset. So this releasing is releasing that toxicity, releasing those binds, those cords that are not serving our greatest good, right? So that we can step fully into our light and our luminosity. If you see inside of this light, there's a silhouette there, right? Because that's who you are at the core. You are the pure essence of God. You are a being of pure light. So just a reminder that the things that are being released right now, the things that seem like they're being taken from you, are only being removed because they're not serving you, right? It's not going to serve your highest and greatest good. It's not serving you to live an abundant life. It's not serving your prosperity or your well-being or the good of others either, like how you're showing up in the world. It might seem like it's catastrophic, but at the end of the day, on the other side of this, it's going to look so incredible. It's going to look so different. It's going to feel very freeing. So balance coming in, right? That's what's coming in as we do this healing, as we do these activations, as we're doing these upgrades. We're bringing ourselves back into balance with our masculine and feminine energies, right? The light and dark. We're so quick to look at our shadows and be like, oh, I don't want to deal with that, or that's my shadow, that's my ego. But the ego is there to keep us safe, right? And everything serves a purpose. And where there is light, my beautiful beloveds, because this is a universe of duality, there is also darkness. So it's about bringing those things into balance, honoring them, loving them, and respecting them for the lessons, respecting them for the lessons and the blessings that they're bringing to us. Right? What else do we have? Thank you, Angel. Thank you, guys. What else does the collective need to know? What else is going on with this beautiful healing energy of this Capricorn full moon? Wow, root chakra, firm foundation. It doesn't surprise me that the root chakra has come up, right? That's the first chakra, red. This is where we hold safety, stability, our ancestral patterns and traumas, right? So a lot of ancestral clearing is going on right now. A lot of karmic releases. Again, like we're being activated to truly let it go. And your ancestors are showing up big time to support you, right? Like I was in meditation the other day and I kept seeing my deck of shaman, which is my deck to connect directly with my ancestors. And I was like, okay, I know I got to get to you guys, but there's been life going on, and I wanted to really sit with those energies, right? I didn't want to just do a rush, pick a card, and fly out. Like, I wanted to sit and see what the ancestors had to tell me. And I think that's what's happening for many of you. Like, your ancestors are coming in and being like, hey, there's stuff that we did that's not working. Like you're show many of you are being called to show up to be the conduit of change for your lineage, right? To get the stability back, to get the grounding back, to have you feel safe within your bodies and within your environment, right? To have you build a strong foundation so that you can build upon it and you can be abundant and prosperous in this lifetime. So really tapping into the energies and really connecting with your ancestors is going to be a huge benefit to you right now. Huge benefit. Anything you can do to bring your root chakra into balance, whether that's meditations, eating red foods, working with crystals that are like black or red, right? Obsidian, tourmaline, um, onyx, red, like garnet, jasper, anything like that is really going to help. Again, grounded foods, right? Red foods or anything that grows in the ground. Lettuces, potatoes, beautiful things like that. Really supportive. Would you stop, Fly? You have any other messages coming out of this deck before I do the healing mantra? Thank you, angels. Thank you, guys. What a beautiful red bird. I don't know anything about birds really, outside of my spirit guides, but that red bird is gorgeous. I don't know if it's a robin, I don't know what it's called, but it's gorgeous and I see it and it showed up when we're doing the firm foundation. So double message there to really connect. And one more time. Anything else? Any other messages coming through for the collective right now for the Capricorn full moon that we need to know? It's time for some healing messages. All right. Thank you, angels. Thank you, God. Shut up. Bottom of the deck again. Shut your mouth. I'm done. Victory and success. Oh, I love this coming in for you. So that's on the other side of this healing, right? That's on the other side of what feels like a shit show, right? It's you're letting go of what's not serving you so that you can step into this victory and success. Look, material and spiritual prosperity. How do we get that? You start here, right? 4 to the 6. You have to have a strong foundation in order to build on, right? You have to be on solid ground. You don't want to build your house on sand, right? You want to build it on solid ground, on rock, so that it's firm and stable. So that's what's coming in. That's the assistance, the guidance is coming in, right? The balance is coming in. It's having you remove the things that have you standing on shaky ground, the things that are causing your foundation to crumble are being taken out of your life so that you can have the prosperity, you can this material and spiritual prosperity, so that you can have your happily ever after, right? This is the 4 of Wands in normal decks, right? Foundations and achievements. This is a love card. This is twin flame love. This is stability. This is foundation. And I love the fact that we have 2 4s, right? 44 is the number of the angels. 4s are the numbers of the angelic realm. But we have 2 4s, and then we have 2 6s, right? And 6 is about love and beauty and materialism, right? So again, where it's progressing, right, from the 4 to the 6. When you get on stable ground, when you get your foundation in order, when you get solidified, which is coming into balance, which is helping to heal you right now, you step into victory, you step into success, you step into prosperity. I love that. Ooh, crown chakra activations for many of you. Not surprising. So if you're feeling a lot of pressure in your head, right, top of your head here, maybe around your brows, um, for some of you, you need to be a little bit more protective with your energies. You might be receiving like psychic attacks. So being really mindful of that. When you are a being of pure, delicious light, not everything that comes at you is for the highest good, right? It's like imagine you're outside at night, right? You're in your backyard, you're chilling, the sun's going down, cool. You put a light on because you guys are still enjoying outside. The weather's nice, you want to hang out. But the light is on, and now that it's dark everywhere else, all the bugs are coming too. So yeah, the light is on for you and whoever you're entertaining. You guys are having a great time. But now we have insects coming. Right now, the mosquitoes are coming, the flies are coming, the gnats are coming, all this other stuff is coming to the light as well. It's not all good stuff, right? So you have to be really discerning with your energies. And I know for many of us that are super empathic and really working with the spiritual realm, we've been guided to just kind of separate and to be within our own energies and to really get clear and grounded because the world is changing, right? As things come into balance. So throat chakra activation for some of you as well, but this crown chakra stuff, big, 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 heavy insights and downloads and activations and psychic awarenesses coming in, like big, big psychic energy coming in for you guys. Seeing things from a new perspective, seeing things through the eyes of God is really where we're headed. All right, we're gonna do the little healing mantras. Thank you, angels. Thank you, guys. What do we need to know with this Capricorn full moon energy? What are some of the things that are being healed? Are some of the ways that we can work with this energy for the greatest good of all? This ant. Oh, that made. There's a whole patio. Go elsewhere. I want to accidentally squish you. Thank you, angels. Thank you, God. Off the gate. Embracing worthiness. Look at the geometry. I feel worthiness filling every cell of my body, and it feels amazing. I feel worthiness filling every cell of my body, and it feels amazing. I feel worthiness filling every cell of my body, and it feels amazing. So many of us going through life feeling like I'm not enough. I'm not deserving. Um, Bad things always happen to me. I could never get ahead. I keep dating the same guy. I keep dating the same girl. I hate my job, right? All of that negative self-talk most of the time stems from a lot of us feeling like we're not worthy, right? And where did you pick that up in your life? Where were you told? When were you told that you're not worthy, that you're not deserving, that you're not good enough, that you're not going to be able to accomplish these things, right? For many of us, most of us, we pick these things up during childhood between the ages of 0 and 7. So it's time for you to really step into the fact that you are worthy and you're not worthy because I'm saying so or your mom says so or your lover said so, right? You're worthy because you're a child of the Most High God and you were born worthy. You were born deserving. You were born abundant. Like that is your birthright. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to say anything specific in order to be that. That is who you are at the core, at the soul level. Just like this divine, brilliant piece of light. You're worthy and you're deserving. I would definitely encourage doing some affirmations of like self love, self care, and self worth to pour into yourself. I definitely would encourage that. Thank you, angels. Thank you, guys. What else do we need to know? Opening my mind. I allow myself to see beyond my beliefs and ideas. What did I just say? We got to look at things from a higher perspective, right? It's time to let go of the old paradigms, the things that we were taught from our family, from an unhealed perspective, right? The people that raise us and that influence us through life are doing the best that they can from where they're at. It doesn't mean that that is good enough, right? And it doesn't mean that they were doing it maliciously. Yes, there are some people that are just cruel and nasty and out for self, and that's what it is. But for the most part, the people that were like guiding us and rearing us and helping to raise us were doing it just from their own perspectives, right? And a lot of that is fear energy, unfortunately, right? Because that's how they were taught. That's what they were shown, right? That maybe that there's not enough money and that you have to work really hard in order to get it. So then it's a struggle energy surrounded around your abundance when it's not supposed to be, right? Because there's an abundance of everything in the universe for everyone at all times. The universe is abundant. It's us tapping into those energies. But if you have that knowledge and awareness shrouded in fear, then you're not seeing things clearly, right? It's almost like you're looking through a lens like this. Everything is always going to be a little bit covered, a little shaded, and you're not going to see things clearly. So this is allowing yourself to look at things from a high perspective and to remember who and whose you truly are. Angels, thank you guys. What else? Ooh, that too. Sharing shame. Oh, that's powerful. When I share my deepest pain, I give myself permission to be. When I share my deepest pain, I give myself permission to be. When I share my deepest pain, I give myself permission to be. Check out that sacred geometry, right? Our greatest tests become our testimonies. And so instead of looking at the things that didn't work in our life as things to be shameful of or guilty about or to feel less than, it's time to share your story. And it's not surprising to me that this color is blue, right? Blue is the color of the throat chakra. But it's time to share your story, share your truth. You never know if your story is going to be a conduit of healing and growth and help to somebody else. You don't know what that story is, right? There are many people out there that feel like they're alone in all of these things. They feel like they're the only ones. And so this is an energy of just letting you know, like, one, you're not the only one, and neither are they. And share that story, share your truth with people, and align with and align with other people that can get your story, right? You never know who in your soul tribe you're calling in. You never know who needs to hear that message. I've started this YouTube channel a couple of years ago, and between YouTube and like Instagram and Facebook, I try to put out a lot of stuff, but I don't always know why I'm being led to share something. I don't always feel comfortable to be as vulnerable and authentic as I've been guided to be, although I've had to share some things here where I've been like, the fuck, why are you telling all my business to the streets, right? But at the end of the day, I'll get messages, I'll get DMs that are just like, you don't know how much you've helped me over the couple of weeks. I was having a really hard time, or I look forward to your messages every day because they're a source of inspiration. Like, you don't know who's watching, who's listening, and who needs your words. So it's nothing to be ashamed of for your pain, for your traumas, for the things that happened to and around you, for the life that you led, because everything has led you to this moment. And you're perfect and you're divine in yourself right now. And anything else will be added onto you, right? And so, yeah, every day we can get up and try to be better. And every day we can get up and do a little bit more. And if we have an awareness of what's going on in our life, that's super empowering. It's nothing to be ashamed about. It's nothing to feel guilty about. It's not a cross that you should be bearing. You don't have to do this alone. There's angels around you, ancestors around you, spirit guides, and the soul tribe. There are people like me here in the 3D reality that are here to support you and love on you, right? Literally love on you for no other reason than you deserve to be loved. I love you because you deserve to be loved. You don't got to prove anything to me. Now, I love people and I give them 100% love from day one. If you start to fuck that up, that's on you. But you come in the date with me, you get it all, 100%. If it trickles out, then you pop the hole in the bubble, and that's on you. Hate it for you. I'm just kidding. Liberating love. I allow myself to receive all the fulfillment I'm willing to give. I allow myself to receive all the fulfillment I'm willing to give. I allow myself to receive all the fulfillment I'm willing to give. Look at the geometry. Are you ready to be open to receive the love that is here for you? Are you ready to let go of the shame and the guilt and the fear that's been surrounding you, right? This Capricorn full moon is like, let it go. You deserve love. You deserve peace. You deserve joy, right? You deserve to have your light shine and without being judged for it. And if you're too bright for some people, tell them to put on some motherfucking shades. That part. That whole part. Not your problem. Right? You're here to elevate. You're here to grow. You're here to be the best version of you. And if you have to let some things go in order to do that, then it's time to let it go. And if there's some people in your life that may not be there on the other side of this, then you need to know that that's okay. Nothing will ever be taken from you without being replaced with something similar or better. That's how the universe works. So if you're letting go of certain friends and family members because they're no longer serving your highest and greatest good, guess what? You got a soul family coming in for you that's going to help support you with your highest and greatest good. People that are going to see you as you are. People that are going to see you as your light and be drawn to the light, not because they're a freaking mosquito trying to suck blood from you, but because they're a butterfly just here and transformed by the beautiful light and they want to share that moment with you. Right? Totally different. I think I need to pull, and guidance pull one more from here, and then we'll move on to think. Okay. Hearing, mic drop. Hearing inner guidance. I can't. My intuition flows whenever I am still. My intuition flows whenever I am still. My intuition flows whenever I am still. My beloveds, my beloveds, my beloveds, it's time to listen to your own intuitive voice. Again, so many of us have picked up these feelings of unworthiness and shame and guilt from when we were little, right? The ages 0 through 7. I know that I have serious issues with like abundance and prosperity, and me trying to dive deep into that and what does it mean. And yeah, partially it's uh cultural, right? Because in America for some reason, so aggravating, but blacks make less money and women make less money, right? So culturally speaking, I grew up in the projects, right? For many of the people that I grew up with, that's all they know, that's all they want, and they're good with that, right? They're good with making really basic incomes. They're good with just like showing up at a job that really doesn't fulfill them. They're good with um, poverty and welfare and not really wanting more. They don't think that they can have more, right? And so that's one aspect of it. And then I also grew up in a household of dysfunction and abuse, right? So I remember one part. I had like a birthday party and got like mad money for my birthday. And my mother's husband at the time, um, was a crackhead. I didn't know this. I was a little girl, but come to find out years later, he was a crackhead. So my dad, right, is like, oh, can I borrow money for whatever, whatever? I'm a little girl. My dad needs something, so I give him the money, right? So I remember like having a conversation later, my mother being like, oh, you gave her money, you're so fucking stupid. Why would you do that? Now, I'm a little kid, right? Like, I wasn't even 7 at the time. I know that because my sister was born when I was 7. So I had to be like 4 or 5 years old, right? Had a birthday party. People give me mad money. This is my dad, or so I thought at the time. Um, but to have my mother tell me I'm stupid for giving someone money, that was a big block, right? So now, fast forward, I have issues of like feeling stupid when I'm dealing with money, especially with men, right? You love someone, they ask you for something you want to give to them, but then you're told that you're stupid for giving to someone that loves you, right? Like, look at this spiral of bullshit. So, growing up seeing that, and then growing up seeing my mother financially abused, as well as physically abused and a lot and emotionally, whatever, but financially abused in a lot of relationships because that's how she was dealing with it. So then I started relationships, unhealthy relationships with men, and it was weird financial, um, like just weird financial shit going on. Whether it's like even when I dated guys that worked or hustled or were getting money, it's like they couldn't really get it together. So it was always like me coming in to have to save them, right? So and then financially, it's like, well, why am I saving a grown ass man? They're supposed to be the providers, right? So then there's that thing coming from the church, like men are supposed to be providing, right? There's all these different layers. Now I'm in my 40s, having to freaking peel this stuff back and be like, oh my god, like, all right, well, I picked that up when I was a little kid at home. I picked that up when I was a little kid in church, and then I've had these relationships where he couldn't get it together because this one was an addict, or this one is just unaccountable, or this one is just a man child, like all this different shit that we're working through the layers over life. So it took a long time for me to learn to trust myself, to believe in myself, to hear the words that I am worthy and I'm deserving, and to have it sit with me and not make me sick to my stomach, to have it sit with me and not feel like an imposter or that I'm lying, all right, that I'm just trying to force this thing. It took a long time to get there. And having to learn to tune out the voices of the other people and just tune into my own voice, tune into my own healing, tune into the messages that I was getting from the divine. It took a long time because as you're playing those voices back in your head, as you're playing those words in your head, are they yours? Or were they things that you were told? Are you stupid? Are you undeserving? Will you never amount to anything? Or is that something someone said to you? Right? And so now you're being called to let go of the shit that you were told to step into who you truly are. At the core, at your core, at your core, at your core, at your core, you are a child of God. You are divine and you are perfect. And as the years go on, we add on the layers of bullshit from the external world. And so this Capricorn moon is here to show you, let go of the external world and let me show you something better. Let me show you the greatness and the fullness of who you are. The greatness and the fullness of who you are. It's delicious. Absolutely delicious. Thank you, angels. Thank you, guys. Gateway or sacred destiny? What do we gateway? All right. That's best. Gateway oracle coming in. You know how I am. Full moon energy. Love to tap into the gateways. See what's popping. If you don't go, why go that way? There's a whole patio. I just told you that. Put a card box there on an excellent squish you and then feel upset. Stop it. Ants don't sleep. They're always working hard and they always work for the greater good of all. Not surprising that I have 3 surrounding me right now. So thank you, angels. Thank you, guys. Put in this work for the collective. What do we got? What do we got? Oh, my Lord. Proceeding software. Of course we do. My inner power grows in moments of quietude. One more message confirming that you need to get quiet, you need to get still, get within your own energies. It is from this still place. It is from this space of just breathing deeply and giving yourself the grace and the moments to heal and to grow and to feel your own energies. It's from that space that we can see things clearly, right? We can't find resolutions to things with the same energy that the problems cause. So we have to take a step back sometimes, right? Take a step back and just breathe. You ever just get caught up in life and then, oh, what a beautiful butterfly. Beautiful golden. It was almost like a fluorescent green butterfly. It was like a yellowish green. It was gorgeous. That message is for someone. What was I saying? Butterfly just threw me off. When we're still, when we're quiet, when we are sitting with our own energies, we can see things from a different perspective, right? You ever have a bad day and just like lay down and take a nap and you wake up and you feel a little refreshed? It's that type of energy, right? You ever going through something and like, oh, say you're working on a project, right? And you're just getting stuck. Get up and go for a walk, right? Clear your head, clear your mind. It's that same thing. It doesn't have to be a huge sacrifice or you go to the freaking mountains and you're with a Buddha for like a month to try to get it all together. Like, no, you can take 3, 5, 10, 15 minutes a day to do this for yourself. Even in the middle of the day, in the middle of chaos. I grew up in New York, middle of chaos. The shit will go on, and sometimes I just gotta stop. Just take 3 deep breaths. 3 deep breaths. Excuse yourself, go to the bathroom. Take 3 deep breaths. You move your shoulders around, right? Get the energy moving. Splash some water on your face. And then try it again. It's really that simple. It's really that easy. Be gentle with yourself, right? Be gentle with yourself. Capricorn is a really tough energy. It's like a harsh dad, right? So this is telling you, look, take it easy. Because it might seem like these things have come from you that are hurting you, but they're not. It's time to take it easy. It's time to chill. Bottom of the deck, simplifying your life. I cherish the simple pleasures of life. Literally, same messages. Chill out. Start getting rid of the things that are not serving you. And it can physically be within your own home, like going through your clothes, getting rid of things, going through your closets, going through your cabinets, your refrigerator, right? Throwing out old food, like whatever it needs to be. Start cleaning shit out. Clean out your garage. Do what needs to be done. Get the stuff from underneath your bed, right? Where there's stuff underneath our bed that causes stagnant energy. You want energy around your bed to flow. You want the energy in your room to flow, right? Maybe look into some feng shui or something to really just like hook up your environment so that when you're in your sanctuary, it feels like a sanctuary. Thank you, angels. Thank you, guys. What else do we need to know? What else? What other healing, beautiful messages can we hear about this Capricorn full moon to support the collective? Looks like it's trying to come out. Yeah, a lot to say in this deck. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Anything else? When you allow yourself to heal, that's what you get. When you allow yourself the the when you allow yourself to go through the process, this is what you receive. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. Let's see. We got a lot of showing off again, angels and guides release, right? That is the purpose of all of this. To let it go. Right? To let it go. Autumn teaches us nothing. It shows us that it's okay to let go of dead things. My name is Autumn, trust me, I know. Right? My favorite word is next. Next, I will ashes to ashes and dust to dust you in 5 seconds. Next, because if it ain't working, it ain't time to move on, right? It's time to let it go. It's a beautiful deciduous tree. And what does it show you? Not only are you letting things go and releasing it, it's safe to do so, but what comes on the other side of that, right? You go through the stillness and the quiet of winter, and in spring things blossom and bloom, and we have a whole new, fresh, like perspective, fresh leaves, fresh flowers, right? So it's okay to let these things go because it's not like it's permanently going to be barren. You're not letting things go and nothing is going to be replaced with it. That's not how the universe works. Again, when you let something go, you get the same thing back or something better. So why would you want to hold on to the nonsense when you know that brilliance and joy and peace and prosperity are available to you, right? Success and victory, joy, love, and laughter, that's all available to you. So why hold on to the fuckery if you don't have to? And again, simplicity, they just told you to simplify your life. It's time to just let things go, to chill, get quiet, relax, stop being so hard on yourself. Right? Stop being so hard on yourself about everything. It's so it takes you took you decades to get to the place that you're at today. You think that's just gonna happen overnight? The quick fix? It's not. This is not a quick fix thing. This ain't give me $100 and I'll send you back $1,000 scheme. Like this is your life. This is your healing. This is the process, and you're gonna have to go through it step by step and layer by layer. And for some things, you will jump, timelines. And one thing you might all of a sudden have a huge breakthrough in one area of your life, and it'll be like a domino effect in the other areas of your life. But guess what? You got to do the work, right? You got to show up for yourself. You got to participate in your own healing and your own development, your own involvement. You got to participate in the process and trust in the process. Trust in the process and be patient. Stand still. More energy of taking a step back and release and chilling, right? Just stepping back and taking a breath. Take a breath. Just take a breath. Ooh. Some of you are going to be traveling. I feel like this is more of a internal voyage, right? Going to the depths of our soul, looking at our inner child and really healing that. Just so 3333, thank you, Ascended Masters, for being here. So this is supporting you with your inner child healing, even simplifying the process, right? I've done big things for inner child healing and I've done small things, right? Big things like soul retrievals and shamanic journeying and things like that. And small things by just being like, hey, what did I like to do as a child? And trying to do that again. Or writing a letter to my younger self about maybe what I want to hear. Your younger self, your inner child just wants to be loved. It just wants to be acknowledged, right? The time that it was told to shut up, to sit in a corner, that they weren't good enough. It wants to be loved and comforted like it needed to be in those moments. So it's time for you to show up and be the person that your inner child needed. Be that person for yourself. Pleasure is coming in, changes. As we ascend, as you cross through the threshold, as you get to the other side of all of this, right? It brings pleasure, it brings joy, it brings peace. Look how calm this card is, right? Just feel the energy. It's like sitting in the woods and you just see a deer and it's quiet and it's, you can smell the freshness of the grass in the meadow, right? You feel the cool breeze across your face. The sky is clear. The deer is just gently coming up to you because you're not a threat. That is the pleasures of life available to you on the other side of this healing. So just step into your healing, step into the moment and knowing that it's safe and it's okay. Understand that this is all happening for you, right? All happening for you to lead you to what? To success. Lead you to your success. Lead you to your victory, right? Leading you to your happily ever after with a divine counterpart. Leading you to material and spiritual prosperity. And giving you once again your hope, right? Reminding you that you are a divine light. You are a divine light, right? I'm going to leave it there. I love you guys so, 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 so much. And again, protect yourselves, clear your energy, and let the things go. I highly recommend journaling at this time to really just tap into your energies and just, what do I need to know right now? Why do I feel this way? Why am I stuck? Why do I feel so frustrated, right? Why did that thing get under my skin? Why am I even triggered? Why do I even care? Right? Start asking yourself some of those questions. For those of you that want to go deeper with the healing and activations, I suggest EFT. I'm a big, 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 big supporter of tapping, right? So just any stuck energies within your field, tap them out. If you're not familiar with EFT, I'll put the link down below. But it's the emotional freedom technique. So we start with side of the hand, karate chop, working through your emotions. No, I'm sorry. You start with taking scale of where we're at, right? So let's say we'll start with this. Let's say there's a pain somewhere in your body, right? I had some irritations with my shoulder, right? So it's like, all right, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being like, oh my God, excruciating pain, 1 being like, it's kind of irritating, but not that big of a deal. What would you gauge it, right? We start there, right? See where you're at on your scale. And then we start on the side of the hand, right? Even though I've had this pain in my shoulder for 2 weeks and I don't know where it came from, I still love and appreciate myself, right? Even though it sucks to have shoulder pain, I still love and appreciate myself. Even though I'm kind of confused by some of the activities that have gone on recently and I don't know if I'm coming or going, I'm still choosing to love and accept myself. This is not easy conversation for everyone to have, right? Because not everyone loves or accepts themselves. So even if you don't feel comfortable saying I love and accept myself, it's like I'm willing to try to love and accept myself, right? I'm willing to try to learn to be loved, right? Just give yourself an effort, right? Work that out. Now we start at the eyebrow points, right here. Tapping again. I am so annoyed that I have shoulder pain. Side of the eye. It's irritating to wake up every day with this pain in my shoulder, and I'm ready to do something about it. Under the eye. I can't even remember when this damn pain started, but I know it's irritating me and I'm ready to let it go. Under the nose. Yeah, I have a little shoulder pain, but the rest of my life isn't that bad. Under my lip. You know what? Things could be worse. I know they'll get better. Collarbone. Pain in my shoulder is really irritating, but it doesn't define me. Raw line. I'm going to learn to start loving myself. Under the, I'm going to say like directly under your nipples, kind of here. This pain is irritating, but the rest of my body is healthy, and I'm going to get it together. Wrist. I'm going to figure it out. I don't have to figure it all out at once, but I know that I'll figure this out. Top of the head. I'm actually starting to feel better already just by giving this pain a voice, just by talking about it, right? As you're coming up, and I'm going quickly through this because I'm just going to give you guys the link, but as you're talking things out and things are coming up, you're going to see that maybe it started with like a shoulder pain, but as you're working through your shoulder pain, maybe some other emotions come up, right? Some other feelings come up, and you're starting to be like, actually, I do remember like someone in my family having shoulder pain, and they said it was genetic. Is this actually genetic? Do I have to have shoulder pain, or do I kind of just believe in that story? Are there other stories that I've been told that have been telling me that I have to have something? I don't really like that story, and I don't want that to be a part of my reality. I'm actually not going to accept that as my reality. Yeah, maybe someone in my family has shoulder pain, but that doesn't mean I have to have shoulder pain. I love my shoulders. I love my body. I love the fact that I'm healthy and strong and getting better every day. And I love the fact that if I don't feel good, I know I can do something about it. I'm going to learn to love my shoulders. I know that one shoulder feels good and that the other shoulder will feel just as great. I'm willing to release this pain because it's no longer serving me. I'm willing to have a healthy, vibrant body. I'm willing to feel good in my body again. I love myself and I deserve to feel good. I love my body and my body loves me. I love my cells and my DNA and they love me in return. And I am ready to love myself. I'm willing to love myself. Right? Deep breath. Shake it off. And then we do a scale again, right? How does your shoulder feel on the scale from 1 to 10? Again, if it was 10 before, it should have knocked down a couple of inches, right? A couple of a couple of spots. Another thing with this freaking energy has been it's been like a Mercury retrograde energy. I swear this Capricorn full moon is like technology issues, talking issues, so annoying. But anyway, so your energy should have shifted somewhat, right? And again, this is not a quick fix thing. This is something you want to do regularly, like meditation, like going for a walk, like brushing your teeth, like taking a shower. You want to make these things a part of your daily habit so that you can free yourself when things get caught in our emotional body, they get caught within our physical body, right? And that's where dis-ease comes from. So we want to shift the thoughts of our mind, right? We want to shift the emotions to our body so that we're just not in alignment with the lower vibrational stuff. And we want to free our physical vessel of these things, right? We have our mental, spiritual, emotional, and physical bodies, right? You want to make sure all 4 of your bodies are in alignment. All right, if you want to know more about that, you can go to enlighteneddaughter.com and sign up for my free soul sex ebook. We'll start talking about it there. But just deep, deep healing going on. So just honor yourself, right? And give yourself freedom. Again, I'll put the link down below. Meditations, binaural beats, tapping, so many ways that we can go about healing. Journaling. All right? So give yourself the grace. Give yourself the grace. Anyway, I love you. God loves you. Angels surround you. And I'll see you soon. Later, beloveds.